Teacher knowledge and behavior is the component of the model that focuses on teachers' knowledge of students and content and on their expertise in classroom management and pedagogy. Teacher behavior is the element of teacher knowledge and behavior that encompasses classroom management and pedagogy. More information on this can be found in the Technology as Facilitator of Quality Education model. The students in this high school biology class are working in groups to explore the features and capabilities of their new computer microscopes. The teacher circulates among students and monitors them as they experiment with the new equipment. The teacher demonstrates an element of pedagogy in her selection of instructional resources. She uses technology to support active explorations of science and gives the students hands-on experiences with technology. The teacher's management of group in-class work supports her students' learning as they work with the microscopes. This demonstrates content management, part of classroom management.
You notice they have two light sources, the top light and the bottom light. Which one works best?
Top light.
For the worm, it's the top light.
For the worm, the top light?
Yeah, because the bottom one doesn't have a shadow.
All right. There it is.
See the heartbeat? One at a time.
You can see clear through it. The skin is transparent. Now, where did this worm come from?
Sherry Joe.
Sherry dug it up?
Yep.
So it's an earthworm native to Southside, Virginia. And you can actually see the coloration of the blood as it flows through the vessels.
The students are assigned a research project using the microscopes. They have to choose topics that are related to biology and use the microscopes and the internet to gather information. The teacher demonstrates elements of pedagogy throughout this phase of the activity. She displays knowledge of science in the specific and targeted questions she asks her students while they do their research. The teacher's questions also facilitate engagement by stimulating the students' interest in science. In addition, the teacher's pedagogical knowledge allows her to implement instructional strategies that expand the students' conceptual understandings of biology.
Bird dropping like spider.
Yeah, that's a termite.
Termite-like. So do you think by imitating other organisms that that's some kind of a defense mechanism?
I would hope so. I mean, why else would I look like?
Why would they do that?
Well, I mean, nobody's going to want to eat bird droppings. You know that.
So perhaps the spider camouflages itself and prevents it from being eaten by a bird. How do these organisms exactly? Evolution. And how does evolution come about to get things like that? Is it pre-planned, do you think, in the mind of the organism? How does it happen? How do you get something that looks different?
I think God does it, but I don't know.
Think about genetics. How do changes happen, even within simple organisms like spiders? What would you call it? There used to be a cartoon that had a name about some of these changes, and it involved turtles.
Ninja Turtles.
What was the full name of that?
Mutation.
So a mutation.
A rat without a tail.
Africa's right high.
So it was an evolutionary change that occurred.
Antarctica. No, Alaska.
Well, wherever it was, there was a change that occurred in the body type of that organism that you remember.
Because that's what we studied.
Well, it's good that you can remember and connect that to what you're doing now.
The students will assess themselves and each other using a scoring rubric created by the teacher. The teacher asks for the students' input and modifies the rubric based on the students' suggestions. The teacher demonstrates an element of pedagogy by involving the students in evaluating their own learning. Her method of assessment empowers the students to take control of their educational experiences.
I have for you a scoring rubric that I designed that I would like you all to take a look at. See if you think it is fair. Take a look at this. You will use this to evaluate yourselves, and I will allow you to evaluate one another's presentations. And I will also evaluate you using this rubric. Do you have anything that you would like me to change?
The 15 slides.
Too many?
I think it should be very steep.
This whole thing is just
Hey, 15 is not bad.
I'd like
I think somebody can come up with 2 more slides for 15. Yeah.
Minimum required is 10. Maximum.
But you know we want to impress us. So we gotta get 15. Everybody wants.
So 15 is not outrageous.
The teacher demonstrates a component of pedagogy by creating a supportive learning environment that encourages the students to show concern for one another. When one group of students wants to cut an absent member out of the project, the teacher encourages them to consider the needs of the absent student.
Can we just cut her out?
Can you cut her out? You all discussed that. Would that be fair?
I'm saying of the presentation.
Would it be fair just to cut her out totally?
I'm saying of the presentation, right? Like, can we, me and Brandon,
So you don't want her to be in your group for the presentation?
she's not here.
I know she's
She doesn't
not.
like to talk.
Okay.
So it's probably just gonna, she's not gonna want to do it.
You decide. Are you going to cut her out of the project
No.
totally? She's done some of the research, right? She did a lot of the research? Okay.
I'm saying it'd be cool. Like if you would let me and Brandon present it and just let her go.
If that's what you decide, I will go with what you decide. You're telling me that you've observed that she's really quiet? Do you think...
Behind a book bag.
That's right. So if she hides behind her book bag and she's very quiet, does she need practice speaking in front of a group? Do you think that would help her to be more successful later? So I'll let you all go ahead and you can do the presentation today if you like. And then when she comes back, do you think maybe you can persuade her to stand up and speak a second time for the presentation? You could try.
I don't think she likes talking to us.
Shall I who talked to her?
Well, you two discuss it and see what you come up with. You probably know Natasha better than I do because you've been in school with her for several.
I don't know if
She's
talk
his
to her.
dad. Don't say that.
You discuss the benefits of doing it with her
You see just everything we see.
and without her.
There.
Now let's be sensitive though and think of her as a person and a contributor to the project.
The teacher demonstrates content management, part of classroom management, in her management of group in-class work. She helps the students through the process of writing a thesis statement for their research, and she helps groups of students as they collaborate on their PowerPoint presentations.
Okay, what is a thesis statement?
Sentence that leads you into the presentation or like why a detailed description of what the topic is, somewhat basically.
Now let's narrow that down, all of that stuff that you just said. It is a sentence. One sentence?
I thought it was
Thesis statement. One sentence that tells what?
you need that about your presentation, your body.
It's going to tell everything that you're going to cover in an overview of your entire presentation of your research. So it needs to be broad enough so that it includes everything that you're covering. But it also has to be a little specific to identify precisely what you intend to do, your goal.
Well, is that okay?
The instructor's management of a project again demonstrates content management, a component of classroom management. The students work in groups to create and give PowerPoint presentations on biological topics. This instructional strategy promotes independent learning in the larger perspective of the course outline.
This is a picture under the microscope of a feather that we kind of pulled apart. And this will shock you. This is a vein, one of those little teeny fringes on the side, off the side of the quill. And this is a barb, and these are barbules, these little teeny tiny things.
So we're not seeing the quill, the main quill.
This is the vein. These are the barbs, and these are the barbules. This is one of the only shots we got of barbules.
So that's actually using the technology to work. This was an excellent choice then of your topic. Where would we put this in our course outline? Where would this best fit? Right now,
You could put it in like how animals evolve, adaptations, just general experimentation.
and we can use it when we study birds.
And dinosaurs.